All right, so we can broadcast for up to 8 hours.
Let's do it.
Well, where would that even put us? Like 10 p.m.?
Well, 10 your time, 11 mine.
Yeah, okay.
Be a good time.
All right.
Yep, I just got a YouTube notification that you're live too, so you're good.
That's exciting.
Woo.
Can you kind of watch the chat just in case there is?
Yep, let me open you up on YouTube. Notifications. Mute the stream.
Good plan.
Okay, we should be good.
All right.
Yep.
All right, so I screen share. There we go.
Yep. You're good.
There we go. All right. So, sorry, Mackenzie, you're going to have to listen to me editing because
Oh, great.
get ready to have Skylar's sister stuck in your head.
Oh, no. Terrible. Oh, one thing you're also going to have to do is I forget how to do it, but right now, anytime I talk, it's my icon that pops up.
Okay.
So you're going to have to, there's a way to stop that. I'm trying to remember how. I wonder if you click on only your screen. So where it says Mackenzie and then next to it, there's only one screen. So if you select you, and so now it should only show you.
Well,
It shouldn't jump back and forth to me. It should be good.
All right.
So what are you working on today, Taylor?
Well, I am starting my brand new Avatar Hamilton video. Yay, Skylar sisters. I'm a bit afraid.
You're afraid?
Yeah, just for the main, I don't know. I normally think these videos out a bit more, so I know what type of videos or clips I want to use, but that just did not happen this time.
So. I'll just wing it. It'll be fine.
Oh, that's loud. Okay.
What was that? My goodness.
That was the beginning of the Skylar sisters, which I then paused because.
Oh, yeah, that was frightening.
That was loud.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do like -7 for now.
Still pretty loud, if you can drop it a little bit more.
How's this?
It's still loud. I go
-10.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Is that okay?
It's better.
How is it so loud? What if I just turn the volume on my computer down?
Yeah, that'll probably help more.
Oh, but now I can't hear it at all.
Yeah.
That's a problem. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's okay. It doesn't burst my eardrums anymore, so that's good.
Try a little bit more, but otherwise I won't be able to hear it.
Right.
So how was your? How long has it been since we last live streamed? Like a week? How was your past week?
Has it been a week already?
I think it's been longer than a week.
Wow.
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. It's school started. So it's stressful.
Yeah, that's right.
School started for me. So I finally had to go back. Good thing I only have 2 classes a day, but it always consists of first an hour-and-a-half class and then a 3-hour class. So it just makes the day seem a lot longer. It wouldn't be so bad if my 3-hour was my first class every day. So that it come to the end of it, it feels a lot quicker, but it doesn't work that way, unfortunately. So, and web design is a pain. And I'm supposed to learn how to animate all of myself. So I've been doing character sketches all weekend. So when Blue was live streaming the other day, I was actually sketching next to her the whole time.
Oh, were you guys in the same room?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yep, I went over to her place just to hang out for a while because I told her she needs to make sure I work on stuff.
Oh, that's fair.
And so she watched me as I drew, and then she was live streaming, making her icon. So yeah, so I went over and visited for a while.
You know what? That's what I need to do. I need to make a new banner, don't I?
Yeah.
Because Gosh dang YouTube updates. I should do that because I can talk better and do that.
Yeah, start with that, and then once you get that finished, you can work a little bit on this maybe.
I'm gonna use for all the viewers, and also because I'm not really good at Photoshop yet, I am going to use a website that I generally use for thumbnails and stuff, just because it's more accessible for other people, and I feel like I can use it more of a teaching tool because not everybody has the Adobe Creative Cloud Mackenzie.
Sorry. You do. It's cheaper if you're a student.
That's true.
It's reasonable. So if you work a part-time job, you can probably afford Creative Cloud on your own. I'm just saying this for people who view it.
Yeah, that's
do
true.
this.
It's only like $20 a month, right? If you're
it's not unbearable. So imagine like get rid of your Netflix subscription and then just pay $10 more. So it's not that bad, but I mean, if you're going into an arts program and you have to use them at all for class, any of the CC programs, it's well worth your time to just get it on your computer. And so you don't have to fight other kids at school for their computers, and you can take the project wherever you go that way instead of having to find lab hours. That's my recommendation anyway.
That's fair. Yeah. I don't do it enough at school to justify it. So I'm basing it off of the one that you made me.
I think you might have to make it well, I think mine should be wide enough.
It should be wide enough because on the other one it cut off like here.
Yeah, it did, didn't it?
On the old format. So I think I'm just gonna keep it here.
Yeah. I'm still really proud of that one, actually.
Oh yeah, it's really cool.
That really good.
Yeah.
I'll have to make another one soon, but
it's got all my faves on it. So.
Yep, all the faves.
All of them. I mean, I'd still use it, except for I'm not 19.
Yeah, just cross it off and write 20 next.
Just in like Comic Sans, just 20.
Yep, and then a couple more months, cross off 20.
And put 21.
21.
I also feel bad because iPicky yells at me because it runs on ads and, and not about that ad life. So
I'm gonna run and grab my stylus pen real quick because I forgot that in the other room.
Fine. See how it is. All right, so I'm probably gonna start. Purple's my favorite color, so I like starting with purple backgrounds. Obviously, my old banner was purple. I'm debating, should I keep it purple or should I do a different color? That is a good question. Are you back?
I am back.
I am having a debate with myself.
Okay.
So purple is my favorite color, but because of that, my last banner was purple.
Okay.
And so I'm debating, do I want to keep it with purple? Because I really didn't have that banner all that long before it changed. So.
Could always accent with purple if you wanted to.
That's
like true. Still use it, but not make the whole thing like purple.
Go with so many choices.
So many.
So many. I kind of like the thumbnail I made from my for my MEP collection, that like gold champagne-y color. That was kind of pretty. Fall colors. Fall colors. They're all warm colors, aren't they?
Hello to all our viewers out there. I think we have 3 right now.
Do we? Oh, hey.
Yeah.
That's exciting. Oh, yeah. Speaking of Q&A, I did get some anonymous questions on the Tumblr that I feel like we should answer at some point.
Oh, cool. Yeah. If you want to, you can always send those to me and I could read them to you periodically or whatever. Oh, you should do fall colors. Yes. I just thought that through the live stream.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I was thinking about it, but I don't. Okay, let's see. Fall.
Well, that's what I really want to do. Maybe I'll do that and you should just do your own thing.
Okay, well, fine. This is like the hardest part for me because once I figure out what I'm doing, I already know what characters I want to put on there because it's the same characters I use for literally everything.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of digging this one, actually. Or I could do black and white with like a softer pastel vibe. I don't know how I got to all of a sudden like galaxy unicorns, but there it is.
You should do that. Galaxy unicorns.
Just have unicorns
Yep.
running across it.
Yep.
I don't really want to do pastel. How did you the one you did for the one you have now?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of a how did you do that? It's like a background from the show, isn't it?
Yeah. From can't remember because one of them I have is from Kiki's delivery service, and one I have is from Ladybug. So I kind of switch between the two. I'm pretty sure the one I have right now is from Kiki's delivery service.
It definitely is. I might do this. I'm kind of digging that.
Yeah. Now you make me want to make an icon right now or new background. I need a new background badly.
Do it. And then you could record yourself, and then you could put this up with you making an icon on your channel.
Madeline Anderson said, "Sorry, I just got here. What are you up to?" And then also, major fan, I gotta say.
Oh, thanks. I'm working on a new banner for my channel because if you notice that the new Google update, the way the layout is, it you can very obviously see where L's masking ends, and it bothers me. So I'm trying to make a new banner, maybe a new icon too. Except for I'm kind of partial to my icon, although I don't really do anything with Death Note, so maybe I should do more Zuko.
All the Zuko.
All Zuko everything. I had a large discussion with my boyfriend about this the other day. We were just he didn't ask for me to go on an Avatar rant, but I did, and so I don't know. I'm just a big sucker for redemption stories, and I think that's why Zuko's my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Man, anybody got any color suggestions? Mackenzie, Madeline, anybody?
Let me see what you're working on right now. You've got a whole bunch of random images right now.
I know. All I did was Google soft galaxy wallpaper, and somehow I got like butterflies and flowers.
Oh, that's unique. I mean, if you're feeling the purple, just go with purple. You can always keep in mind you can probably color adjust these, or at least you could if you were using Photoshop. But
okay, you know what? I'm trying to be helpful. Well, this one's kind of pretty.
Yeah, let me just turn that sideways. That should be maybe large enough, and if not, you can place them side by side and try to blend them together. Or at least if you're using Photoshop, you could.
You know what? I'm done. Done with this conversation. Yeah. All right. So, for the people not using Photoshop, like me, this is a site I use. It's called iPicky. It's completely free, which is really nice. It's what I started on, and since I've started doing some stuff on Photoshop. I just don't know how to do it nearly as well as some other people. And I don't know. I feel more comfortable on this, even though it's not necessarily the world's greatest editing tool. I like it.
Madeline says, "I vote your icon is just Aang's marble trick face." That would be kind of funny, you know.
Just put that, like, give him like a flower crown and just like put him in front of like a galaxy thing and try and make it all aesthetic.
Yep.
I think that would just be great. Okay, what if I just kind of stretch it out? How bad does it look? pretty bad.
Can you place them side by side?
Yeah, probably. What I'll probably do is I'll probably duplicate it and then swing this side
Flip
back
it.
around.
Yeah. And they can always hide the line with the character.
Can I manage to stretch it just a little bit more? That's not too bad. Maybe let's put it more in the middle.
Yeah, that'll work.
Oops. Yeah, so I don't know if you saw this, Mackenzie, but somehow my Sincerely Me video is over 8,000 views already.
Oh my gosh.
I know. I don't know how this happened, but it did. And it's kind of terrifying to me.
It's because you're amazing, that's why.
I would argue that a lot of my other videos are better. I just don't know how it happened.
I think it's probably the familiarity of the song combined with the fact that you showed Zuko at 2 different ages. It's partly the thumbnail too, I think.
The thumbnail, I'm proud of that thumbnail.
You did really well with that one.
Made it on iPicky, just saying.
Cheater.
Maybe, but worth it. Let's see what that looks like. Fades a little bit. No, because you can see it doesn't make it. So what I'm trying to do now is mask along the side and feather it out a little bit so it feathers a bit nicer. Because I like doing things the hard way, apparently.
It got really dark outside.
It's supposed to storm here at least.
Yeah, it's looking like it is going to here pretty badly really soon.
It's supposed to storm in like an hour for us, I think.
Really?
That was what it was foretold, at least.
Huh. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, now there isn't really a harsh line anymore. There's still a little bit of one, but it's not.
Yeah, it's not so bad. There you go. That's a lot better. You could mask that with character or whatever, and that would help too.
Right. And then I think this will get cropped, and I think it'll generally it'll be fine.
It'll be just fine.
All right, so I think I know which Zuko image I want to use because I used it for this live stream announcement. And I don't know why, but I just really... Do I have it saved in here? Probably not. No. I gotta find it now. Where to go? Zuko, where are you? There's a mask. Look at me. I'm a genius.
Whoa.
I just really love this picture of Zuko. I don't know why.
So dramatic. It's like almost like a revelation sort of moment for him, I think.
Yeah, do you know what episode it's from?
Yeah, it's when they're doing that form with the dragons.
Yeah.
Zuko
it's like right when the dragons come out and he's like turning around to see the dragon and just,
Yep.
I dig that. Although he's a little yellow. Sorry, that was my chair.
Can you color edit him at all with Picky?
A little bit, yeah. It's you gotta know what the words mean, if that makes sense. Like you have your hue, saturation, brightness, contrast, so a little bit, and you can tint him a little bit.
Okay.
It is limited. What you can do is you could edit him separately and then add him in. That's just a lot more work. And I don't feel like dealing with that right now. Let's make him red.
Blue.
Blue. He's blue. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. We should do another battle again sometime.
And all of our spare time, you know.
Hey, I'm still waiting on the gosh dang collab parts from you people.
Yeah, Rachel said she still hasn't started.
Gosh dang it, Rachel.
But, granted, she just started wedding planning, so
I can't even. Wow. Yeah.
Probably don't expect anything from her right away.
Married in like 2 months.
2.5 months.
It'll be fine.
Yeah, it'll be all good.
Darker than that. Contrast. It's a little better. It's taken some of the very yellowy yellows out. I'll take that. What else do I need? L probably. I should probably put my information on here first, though. That would be smart.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think for this, what I'm gonna do I have it saved on here? Probably not. Usually what I use is just like a white box and use it as an overlay.
What's your Twitter handle again? You're at.
It's like Tay Petrowski 16 or something like that. I don't have a.
Let me double check. I'll double check that. Don't worry about it.
Well, because I recently changed it because it used to be Charger goalie, but then I realized I am no longer a Charger, nor am I a goalie. So
that's true.
So that had to go away.
Yeah. Oh man, my favorite Pokemon Twitch streamer is streaming. I should probably leave.
Oh wow, bye.
He's live streaming with his wife, and that never happens. I should leave.
Okay, bye. Because it's not like it won't be there in like, woo, wrong tab. Because it's not like it won't be there in whenever you're done with this. No.
I mean, I can always play it back as a thing. So as long as I don't check Instagram or anything and get spoiled on whatever he catches, then that's fine. Alrighty. That should have worked.
Just do invert. Just have this giant orange box in the middle of the screen.
Be great. It looks really nice, actually.
Thank you. It's kind of the same thought that I did with my the one I have now with the purple and the lighter purple box.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. I think it turned it out well. I think it turned it.
Does
that look pretty centered to you?
There's no centering option?
No, I wish there was.
Really?
That is a downside. I will greatly admit to that.
Darn. I'm surprised that there isn't. Like, if you would right-click it and say center or something. I don't know.
Maybe? No.
Are you sure? Oh, I guess not.
No.
Ooh.
Yeah, that is kind of unfortunate. Just noticed I could see some of over there. Oh well, that looks.
Oh, well. It looks decent.
Me.
It's decent enough.
All right. So at least I'm gonna put all my information in there, so I know not to put whatever character on the other side. I'll probably should I put Katara or should I put L? That's rough because more of my videos have L or no Katara.
Yeah.
But Katara is technically not one of my personas.
Yeah, but she should be shipped with Zuko, so I don't know.
All right, Katara it is.
Try it with Katara. If you don't like the way it looks, then move to L. Yeah.
I gotta think of I can't think of a good.
Need a dramatic.
So my problem is all of my videos that I have are not very good quality. So usually for thumbnails, I end up searching. Oh look, it's Moana as Katara. That's cool.
Cute.
Bad. It kind of does it kind of. What's Zuko doing? He's looking over there.
He's looking. Oh.
Man, Katara is so wow. She really has a lot of character development in like 3 seasons.
Uh-huh. They did really well with her too.
They did. They did a lot of wow.
Her hair loopies.
I think I'm gonna put her in the Fire Nation garb because that's my favorite outfit of hers. 1 and 2, it just fits all the better.
Okay.
Nation. Do not need her angry. Ah, she has brown eyes. Why do you have brown eyes? That's not.
Huh.
Are you?
Must just be the lighting.
Oh no, I think it's they actually put her if she was in the Fire Nation.
Oh, okay.
Makes sense. Man, these are all like actual people. None of you help. Maybe just season 3 in general. I was rewatching Avatar with Jordan, and I realized how different the animation style is between season 1, especially the beginning of season 1, and season 3.
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, it's not like a huge difference, but they just look so much younger. And I mean, granted, they were younger, but not really.
Yeah. Also, Katara with makeup is a scary thing.
What?
You scrolled past a picture with Katara with makeup. Yeah, that one.
Which one? What? Where?
Do you not see that? Oh, to the right. To right over
Oh,
there.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
she's frightening.
That one is kind of terrifying. But that's like the whole moral of the story is it doesn't matter what you look like. Come on, man.
I'm sorry. It's scary. What's the matter? Oh, hang on a second. My roommate's calling me.
Oh.
Hello.
Let's see. Can't find any good guitar ones. This one might not be too.
Okay, I'll double check that. But thanks for telling me. Yeah, I happened to glance out just before you called. I'm like, that's really dark outside.
What?
Okay, I'll double check. Thanks for calling. Yep. Are you home yet? Okay. Okay. Well, drive safe. Yay. Have fun with that. Talk to you later. Bye.
Y'all okay over there?
Sorry. Kaylee was really concerned about the weather, so I'm just double checking what it looks like and make sure I don't have to unplug anything in the house.
That's fair. I am trying to avoid going outside until it stops raining. Or, yeah, I don't know when it's supposed to start or stop, though.
Mm-hmm.
I've settled on this one. This is what I've settled on.
Yeah, that's nice.
Not too bad. Make sure it still looks okay. And she's about the same size as Zuko, because nothing ticks me off more when all of a sudden they're like completely different sizes.
It's 80 outside right now.
Yeah, it was supposed to be like 89 today in thunderstorm.
Yeah, that would explain why it looks so scary right now, is it's 80. I didn't think it was supposed to be that high here. It was only supposed to be like 73, 74. Oh, let me see. Today. No, my pages are loading right. I think it's everything's north of us, is what it looks like. Yeah. We're just getting like the tail end of it. We're not, you don't even have anything over the radar right now.
I don't?
No.
I'm supposed to get it. Well, I guess it's not supposed to be for another hour. We're not supposed to get it till then.
It might form, but it's headed eastward. Oh yeah, now it's forming. Yeah, you're gonna get it.
Thanks.
5:30. My time anyway.
I don't have band tonight. Good gosh.
Yeah, so in about an hour you'll get it because it looks like it forms.
Okay.
Like there's literally nothing over top of you, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, there's rain.
Hello, rain.
It's not looking bad here. I think everything's north of us, and if it's been bad, it's been north and past of us already, so should be fine.
So now I'm masking, and the one thing about iPicky that is very tedious is the masking, because you physically have to go in and do every little...
I mean, that's basically what you do with the pen tool. Only the pen tool gives the option to create curves between 2 points. Hi, kitty.
So yeah, it's your basic, very tedious masking, but, you know, still pretty worth it. It's not too bad until you have something like Katara's hair loopies, where you have to go inside of her head or hair to mask. Then it becomes a pain.
Yeah. I'm kidding.
Yeah, so I remember what we were going to talk about this live stream, or at least we debated talking about it, was the live action Death Note.
Oh, yes.
I don't know if you still want to talk about that.
We can. I'm not sure if anybody here's seen that. I don't know that it's much of a spoiler, because I don't think anybody who wants to see it hasn't already seen it at this point. Because if anybody was excited about it, they would have watched it by now, I think.
I would agree. At the same time, though, let's try and keep it kind of big. So, you know, don't.
Yeah, I get you.
Okay.
No major spoilers.
Yeah. I think my biggest problem with it was they changed things for no reason.
Yeah.
I told you this before, but I think, you know, for an adaptation, there are times where you need to make things different in order to make it an adaptation and to make it your own.
Mm-hmm.
But when it ventures into the changing major plot points for no reason.
Yeah.
Like, because it wasn't even like it was the same universe but a different story, because I don't know. Just a lot of things happen.
Yeah, I think my major problem with it, and like I get the whole keeping it a high school thing, making Misa, now known as Mia, like a normal character, not a pop star or like a model. I get that. My problem is though, is you should probably stick to the original characters, and maybe like even if you wanted to do more of a horror movie instead of a suspense movie, I think the suspense should have still been there.
Yeah, I agree. There wasn't a lot of suspense with that. I mean, the one scene, there's really only one scene that was very much the suspense L versus Kira scene, and even that only lasted like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And then pretty much after that, it was back to being horror.
Yep.
Although, and I mean, I know some people have made the argument that it's really hard to do all of that within like an hour. But I mean, okay, so I've started watching the Death Note musical, subtitled, which you haven't seen yet.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, so far, it is light years ahead of the live action when it comes to being, like, sticking to the material. And I mean, yeah, they made some changes, and I guarantee you the ending will be somewhat different, because I don't think they're going to introduce Nier or Mello. So it's going to be different, but at least it's different in the sense that it sticks to it, and the necessary changes that were made were actually necessary changes.
Yeah. So I think there is a way to do it, and they had the right idea that they only took it like a selection of episodes per se for this film. Like they cut off before the end of the series, which was probably wise that they didn't try to wrap up everything. However, I don't know if they're going to get the sequels that they wanted with the responses they've gotten. I would be kind of surprised,
right?
If they move towards a sequel at this point. They could, but I don't think it's in Netflix's best interest, because there's so many other series that they do so well with that I think it would hurt them if they were to put more into the series. That I'm thinking it's probably like 70% of people are just like, I don't really care about it, and 30% are maybe like it.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's not really a good idea to expect a sequel, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, you should make it fit whether or not, and if you get the chance to do a sequel, fine, figure out something then, but don't.
Mm-hmm. And I don't know, stick closer, because I think the way they left it, they could possibly return Light to his former character, so he's more like his anime version as opposed to like the very scared version and paranoid version he is in the movie adaptation. But
yeah,
I don't know that I'd necessarily want to see that either, just because I'm trying to stay away from spoilers. but I can't decide if I hate the first half more or the second half more of the movie for those reasons.
I I just hate the fact that there was so much promise there for like 10 seconds. And you know what part I'm talking about because we actually were like, okay, I can see where this is going. Okay, this
Yeah.
seems to be fair. This seems to be a good part. This character seems to be sticking to themselves. And then like 10 minutes later, we're like, well, there went that dream.
Yeah. It disappeared fairly quickly after it showed promise. So,
Right.
which is unfortunate because I thought the first half of the film, they did a really good job with Elle, actually. You could tell he was a slightly different version of himself, but he and Watari were like the least of my concerns at that point. They were partly a comic relief at sometimes too, which was kind of nice. They still had the whole Elle likes candy thing, and
yeah, and he didn't really show his face. I mean, granted, they didn't have him not show his face through a computer screen, but
yeah,
it was enough that I wasn't afraid of it, and then they made me afraid of it. So,
yep. See, yeah. I mean, as far as the movie goes, I don't really want to watch it again. But I told Kaylee, my roommate, I would watch it with her. We were thinking about watching it last night until Nick called, and so I'm like, oh, let's not watch this after midnight. Like, it's not like extremely graphic. Like, I believe that that gore is real, but it's graphic enough to haunt your nightmares if you watch it too late, in my opinion. But
I agree. I think personally, I haven't finished the musical yet. I'm about, how far away am I? I'm about an hour out from finishing it.
okay.
But I mean, if you're gonna watch a live action version, watch that.
Yeah.
It's I mean, everybody sticks to their character pretty much. I mentioned there were a few minor changes, like they made Misa a pop star instead of a model. But that makes sense in the context of a musical. Like, yeah, she's a pop star, but it's a musical. You're gonna want her to be able to sing,
Yeah,
instead of model. There's something else. Oh, Ryuk is a lot more invested. He still isn't very helpful, but he's at least seems to be paying more attention than he does in the anime.
mm-hmm.
But I feel like it's missing something. What am I missing?
I don't know.
There's just a lot of empty space, and I don't know what to do with it.
Well, negative space isn't always bad to have.
That's true.
Oh, it is raining outside now very heavily.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. I think it should be fine, though. I don't think it's as bad as what they think it's going to be. Let me think here. I might up the size of the fire belly and decrease the size of Avatar and Animash. Because adding that contrast there puts more focus on your name. Yeah, that's better. I think so, anyways.
Move that down.
And now it doesn't look like the space is as empty as it was before. Because there's a focal point. Because with art, anyways, what I've learned over the last 3 years is you usually want to create a hierarchy when you're working on something. So you want your main focal point, which in this case should be your name, which I believe it is because it is centered and it is larger. And then next, my eyes are drawn to the characters and then to Avatar and Animash, which I think is fine.
Yeah, I took out the Death Note from what was in my banner before, but that's only because the only Death Note I've done is a crack video.
Right. Which is fine.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's a smart choice is to just Avatar and Animash because that is what you do mostly.
Yay! New banner. All right. So,
yep.
I'm gonna check it over one more time. Make sure everybody cuts off where they're supposed to.
Yep. What I might suggest too is because if anybody were to view this on their TV screen, it shows the entire where the black is, which is fine, but you might want to like level out or make sure that the
Yeah.
edges of the galaxy line up, or create, like, you could even do black boxes to kind of cover up those edges. So that should help too.
It's pretty level.
Yeah, that's better.
He's got a. I forgot that different people watch on different platforms. Gosh dang it, guys! Does anybody watch YouTube on a TV?
I do, but that's just me.
That's
I don't think a lot of people do. I just watch it through Apple TV. So if I'm not even when I'm home alone, sometimes I'd rather turn on the TV so I don't have it covering my computer screen as well while I'm working on projects. But
my only thing is if I have it on the TV, then I just don't look up at it enough, and it's just easy
right.
for me to glance over at a.
Yeah.
Right.
I wish I had 2 monitor screens at home like I have at work.
Oh yeah.
I could accomplish so much more. I think that's something I'll look into in the future, is maybe get like a desktop screen, and I could work with my laptop and my desktop and just use my laptop as the brain, basically. I think would be nice to have, but someday far in the future.
Someday
when I can afford that. Okay, I'm gonna run and use the bathroom real quick, and so I should be back in a couple of minutes.
All right. Okay, so now to put this up on my YouTube page. Let's see. Well, look, my current live stream. I should watch that. Yeah, so like I was saying before, with the new YouTube update, you can just really tell where this masking ended, because before this banner was pushed over a little bit and you couldn't really see. So I just kind of wanted to fix it. So let's see. I don't know. What do you guys think about the new YouTube update? If anybody's watching, I'm not a big fan of it. I think it looks too streamlined, if that makes sense. I know Mackenzie doesn't like it either. We can talk about that when she gets back. Let's see. Oh yeah, that looks nice. Oh yeah, and on the mobile, you're just, oh good. 10 out of 10. That's nice. Let's see. Do I want to do a new background? Probably should, or a new icon. What do you think? Aang with the flower crown? Is that what the consensus is? I mean, I can't really resist doing Aang with the flower crown. All right, let's see. All right, let's find one that seems to be somewhat in proportion. Okay, but can you just imagine Aang teaching his children this trick? I was just saw this picture. That would be a time. It's not a bad quality. And with a flower crown, I was, oops, not copy image, save image. CK backup plus. We need a background picture for that. Let's see what type of, some sort of pastel you think with a flower crown. I think that would look nice. Let's see. So yeah, if you have any questions for me or Mackenzie, since we're both here, feel free to comment in the chat. Mackenzie's doing a pretty good job monitoring. Yeah, this is it. This is going to be the one. Let's see, add image. Hello.
I have returned. Hello.
I'm now making a Aang flower crown.
Nice.
Yeah, I was inspired.
Now you're inspired. I can't wait to see how this turns out.
I know.
So it's like a pastel edit with Aang.
Yeah. Yeah.
This will be good.
You sound so very I don't know.
I believe in you, friend. It'll be all right.
Let's do that. Well, I thought just if you did a flower crown, you can't do a flower crown and not have a pastel.
Right.
Crop picture. I want it to be 800 by 800. Why are you constraining things? I don't want you to do that. Sorry if you can hear weird noises. They decided to mow the lawn right outside my dorm at the moment. I don't know if you can hear that or not.
I did for a millisecond, but I can't right now.
Okay, that's good. Well, I'm gonna shut the window, so that should help. Perfect patch of pink clouds. This is great. Save. Or not save. Whoops. Apply. Oh yeah, that's a look. So I guess quick before I go into the images, just a quick tour of iPicky, which Mackenzie is not a big fan of, but we're gonna go through it anyway. So they actually just got an update. So I'm still kind of learning the new update, which has been a learning curve to say the least. So you can do autofix and crop and rotate, just your basic photo editing tools. They have more advanced stuff, like apply levels, clone tool. So you can do some cloning on this. It's not going to be as precise as with Photoshop, but it's actually not that bad, considering it's a free website. Erase background if you don't want to do a mask and you'd rather just erase it. I don't recommend this, but I guess you could. And then over here you got your beautiful filters and other effects. The one thing I don't like is I hate that the names of filters, it's hard to know what you like, but I mean, they have some decent filters. They're hard to tell kind of on here because it's such a strange image, but on actual pictures, they're not that bad. This is more for like editing people things. It's got like blemish fixture, shine remover, things like that. Teeth whiten, lip color. Again, with the clone tool. I don't know why that's under basic and is with the people. This is where you do the layers. We'll come back to that because that's where I do all my editing pretty much. Painter, if you just want to draw on it. Frames. Yep, got some. They have some holiday frames, but they really only, when they say holidays, what they mean are Christmas, or at least, you know, wintry feel. Because it says holidays, but all they have are snowflakes, holly, ornaments, and snow. So textures, which I don't really use a lot of. Light leaks though are kind of a fun time. They look pretty nice, I think. I mean, okay, so it's not the greatest photo editor on the face of the planet, but for what it is, I enjoy it. And then, of course, you got, you know, full screen and stuff over here. All right. Did I save that picture of Aang? I don't remember. I think I did. Yeah, there it is. Oh, this is going to be great. Anybody who's not watching this live stream is going to just come back and see my icon and be like,
what?
Especially since I like never edit with Aang. I don't know. It's not that I don't like Aang.
Yeah, he's just not like my favorite character album. Maybe just because I don't relate to him as much. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's the marble face.
Yeah.
Oh, I see now.
I gotta find a flower crown too. Yeah, I don't know if it's that because I don't relate to him as much, or I don't know. He's just very. No, it's actually just probably because I don't relate to him. He's very, raised by monks and very peaceful and very calm-minded human being.
Mm-hmm.
Very much not. I mean, good for him though.
Yeah.
I mean, if somebody came up to me and was like, "Oh yeah, by the way, and by the end of the semester, you have to defeat the Fire Lord. Have fun, bye."
Yeah.
I'd probably go nuts. Oh, speaking of which, that leads to one of the questions that I got, and you can answer it too after I'm done. I was asked, "Who's your favorite Avatar character and why?" I think it's kind of obvious. My favorite character is Zuko. Again, I love redemption stories, and his redemption story was just so well done. And I don't think really he was ever a villain in the show, or at least I could argue that he was never a villain. Yes, he was trying to capture the Avatar, but it was just because he wanted to go home. It wasn't necessarily like, I want to capture the Avatar because I want to be like this big hero. And I mean, yes, he wanted honor, but he wanted that honor to go home.
Yes.
So I think he's just a complex character. If either the most complex character in the series, if not darn near the closest.
I would agree.
Think of who might be more complicated than him. Maybe Katara, but that's only because. No, I wouldn't even say Katara because really her only complex thing is, her mom, and then she trusted Zuko, and then Zuko was like, "Haha, no, I'm going home." And so, but then even then, I don't know. Who's your favorite character and why?
I have to say Zuko's probably first that comes to mind because, like you said, the redemption arc. I'm trying to think of somebody else though I can talk about. Aang's not necessarily my favorite. I do enjoy Toph for many reasons, and it's not because like she has like a crazy arc, because she's always very true to herself from the beginning.
Yeah.
But I enjoy her comic relief and the humor she brings to the show that kind of eases some of the moments. And yet she still knows when to be serious, where I think sometimes Sokka struggles to find that barrier. So yeah, I enjoy lots of her comments. The fact that she is such an overcomer too, with, okay, well, I'm blind, so what's that matter kind of attitude.
Yeah.
And so I enjoyed that about her very much.
Also, she taught herself earthbending, which is pretty chill.
Yeah, and then she's the first metal bender, right?
Yeah. She invented that.
Which is really cool. I mean, I went one year as Katara for Halloween.
Oh, did you?
I did,
what?
yeah.
I did not know this.
I don't know. I don't know if I've ever shared it before. I'll have to see if I can find some pictures. It's a long time ago. But yeah. So she's always been one of my favorites too because of her storyline and trying to, I don't know, she's not really seeking revenge, but she's like seeking answers and trying to divide the line where like, what's okay for me to do, what's not okay, what's, what is justice kind of thing.
Also, like, man, she has some serious character development between.
Yes.
I mean, they all do, really. I think that's one of the cool things about the show is that it, none of the characters really stay static, except for Toph, but I think that's intentional.
Yes. And I think it's because she had her character development almost before the story.
Right.
And it's almost resolved as soon as the characters meet her and she goes on the journey with them.
Right. And then from there, she's just being who she is, and she doesn't need a huge aha moment.
I think the one place she does develop is understanding people.
Oh, yeah.
Because she is so locked away for a long time and doesn't have a lot of that relationship thing. And so she learns to develop relationships with other people, and not in the romantic sense, just friendships, really. And so I think that's the development they focused on with her. So it wasn't really like an interior problem, which I feel like all the other characters have. It was like an exterior problem.
Yeah, I could see that. I just realized that Aang is like handcuffed in this picture.
Oh, nice.
Great. All the more masking. Woo!
Woo!
Let's see. There. Let's see. So I guess kind of similar question, also a little bit different then. Who's your favorite Korra character?
Not Korra. I mean, she was at the beginning. I did like her for the tough go-getter person she was. She was very much different than Aang, which I found interesting. I was thankful that she wasn't just a carbon copy of Aang in any sort of way. She's not my favorite character though, just because of her. I feel like she regressed throughout the series, and so she went from understanding where she needed to be at the end of season 1, and then it all fell apart.
Yeah.
So I mean, I haven't gone back and rewatched seasons 2, 3, or 4, but I don't know that I need to. I've just kind of stuck and pretended that 1 was kind of it. I think I do very much, and for kind of in a joking sense, I really enjoy Eska. But there is not a lot of character development there. It's more of the whole comic relief thing again, and just because you and I refer to each other as turtlenecks all the time, and I think that's why I like Eska.
Also, like, there is not another character like her in really any show.
Right. Part of me would want to say Mako, but he's just kind of a Zuko wannabe.
Yeah.
And I feel bad for him so much because I feel like he's always trying to do the right thing, and Korra and Asami just kind of mess it up for him.
Also, I feel like, I don't know, like, along the lines of the Zuko wannabe thing, like, you know, he also lost both of his parents instead of just his mom, but he lost both of his parents, but, like, his story was just very, not nearly as compelling in my mind, at least.
Yeah.
Like, he grew up on the streets alone, but again, it was like, okay, yeah, well, so did little Zuko here.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know.
Yeah. So, I mean, okay, so in that sense, I don't necessarily have a favorite character from Korra. I enjoyed the first season as a whole, and then it kind of fell apart for me. If I had to pick one, maybe even Bolin.
Oh, Bolin's pretty chill, yeah.
Just because, and I know he's the Sokka wannabe of the group. Okay, so, like, a lot of these characters are revamped other than Korra's her own thing, which is
I'd say she's almost a Katara type feel. She's like a Zuko Katara mix.
Yeah.
Very hot-headed, but she's also very strong.
Yes.
She's a bit of mix.
I can see that. But yeah, so many of the characters are wannabe other characters, and they weren't defined as themselves. I don't feel like there wasn't enough of a divide between them and the original series that I have a hard time connecting with them.
Well, and then when they did try to like ultimately divide from that series, what they did was they literally cut off Korra from everybody, and I was so upset.
Yes.
I will never forgive them for that. Oh. And they played the Avatar theme, and then Aang got ripped from her body, and I was so mad.
I'm sorry, friend.
Lived.
You did. You made it.
Aha! Finally, this mask. Huzzah! Get a little bit more feathery. Good God, that took forever. Actually, I'm gonna. Yeah, I guess my favorite character, I like Chief Beifong. She's pretty cool.
Why didn't I think about her? Yeah, I would say she is my favorite, actually. I changed my mind. Sorry, you keep going.
I like Chief Beifong, definitely, for sure. I also like I appreciated, even though it wasn't necessarily my favorite arc, but I really like the struggle that Tenzin had for a bit there. That was like, I will never be as good as Aang type thing.
Yeah.
Kind of cool.
The struggle with those 3 siblings, too, was very interesting as well.
Yeah, I like Kaya. Very chill.
because Tenzin was the only airbender, I think he felt a lot more pressure, but then the other two felt that there was favoritism because of that. And so
Right.
I think
Well,
that was an
Goku
interesting
became an
dynamic.
Airbender eventually.
Right. But it wasn't until later. And I feel like, I don't feel like the other 3 seasons were planned until after the first one.
Yeah.
So they didn't know that they were going to head in that direction. And even I would say seasons 1 and 2 were meant to be together. And then season 3 was just kind of like, oh, I don't know what we're doing. Let's just make some excitement happen. So like, oh, airbenders everywhere. They just Deus Ex Machina airbenders. So spirit world's with our world, and that's fine, you know.
Oh, I see we have another comment.
Oh, hello.
Hello. Oh my gosh, I love your profile picture. Arthur, I love
That's
your
wonderful.
it's the old gang. Can you see it?
Yeah. It's very cool. Very nice.
I love that picture. That's a quality one. Also, there were so many things that they never revealed.
Yeah.
And I was just waiting and waiting. Like, what happened to Sokka? I don't know. Who the heck is Zuko's daughter's mother?
Well, I want to know who the heck are the fathers of Toph's children, because she's not. I think it was lazy writing. Toph was handled very lazily in the series, in the Korra series.
I think so was Katara, to be honest.
Yeah, I think most of other than Aang, they didn't really care about the other characters or care about showing what had happened to them previously. And so they tried to handle Toph well by having her appear in the series. What they missed out on, though, is I think they completely missed the point of her character. Because Toph she's never struck me as a sleazy type to kind of like sleep around. But that's the impression that they give in Korra, is that because the 2 sisters are half siblings, so it bugs me because I don't feel like that's true to her character in any sense. And because they didn't explain it, we're not given the choice to know like what happened, or we're kind of forced to think about what had happened, and the first thing that you assume is like she had affairs and had them, but that doesn't seem like her. And so my roommate and I'm sure I've talked about this with you too, Taylor, is we like to ascribe to the theory that they aren't her biological children. And that she seems like we would have totally more believed had she found 2 girls on the street that were struggling to survive, and that she trained them and toughened them up.
Oh, I could see that.
And that they're her daughters in that sense, that she's cared for them since they were young, and she trained them. And yeah, I can't subscribe to the theory that Toph was not in a committed relationship. In fact, I would be more quickly to assume that she never was in a relationship with any guy or girl, that she's always been, her own thing.
Yeah.
Because while they did hint at her possibly liking Sokka or the other characters, I think that was just awkwardness of not ever being in those situations, and I don't know that she might have necessarily found anyone. So I don't know. I still like the theory that she adopted Lin and her sister and kind of took care of them in that sense. And that would have been more of a Toph thing anyway. So
yeah, I could see that for sure. All I'm saying is, though, unless they tell me who Zuko's daughter's mother is, I'm just gonna assume it's Katara, because that's what I want.
But how would that be possible?
It's fine. Katara doesn't have morals.
Aang never noticed.
No, it's fine. I mean, it's just, you're left at the end of the series thinking that Mei and Zuko are endgame, and then you read the comics, and Mei and Zuko get back together and break up like 2 times. And granted, Zuko kind of deserved it. He was being a jerk. But, you can't leave that open-ended. It drives me nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Mackenzie and I were talking about if I had the ability to be a better video editor or even writer, like what would have happened if Katara and Zuko would have gotten together, and then let's just say they have a kid and their first kid's a waterbender, then technically the Fire Nation would have a waterbender as the Fire Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Just, wow.
What's really weird is I just dropped.
What?
I had just dropped and came back, like what had happened to me the other week.
You did?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. So apparently that's just going to be a my issue kind of thing. But I just dropped and I came back. So I figured it out because you stopped talking. I was like, oh, that's really weird. So anyway, continue with your point.
Oh, no. I was just saying how we were talking about the whole what if Zutara had a water nation child or a water bending child be the Fire Lord? Like, what would have happened?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know what would have happened.
It would have been a really more compelling story than Korra.
At least some of the seasons of Korra. Some of the Korra seasons were really. But the problem is, though, is it would have happened before Korra.
Yeah.
It would have happened.
So Aang would have been around, but I think that would still be more interesting. Like, we need an in-between series that would have been that. Would have been nice.
I mean, the comics are supposed to do that, but the problem is the comics right now, there's been like 3 or 4 comics, and it's still only been like 2 years since the end of the series. So it just kind of doesn't fill. Plus, apparently, the artist for the comics left, so they're trying to find an artist. I'm going to be so mad if this masking doesn't end up working out, because I've been masking this flower crown for the past like 5 minutes.
Welcome to my life.
See, test mask. Oh, that's pretty good. All right. A little bit. Yes.
Yeah.
How am I gonna?
That works pretty well.
The only problem that I have with iPicky, well, there's a couple problems I have with iPicky, is in order to mask this, I don't have to go in, guess where that is, and unmask it. We're gonna put it like here, and then just, okay. Got this.
You got this, no problem.
Forever, but that's fine. Yeah, okay. So what was another question I was asked? I was asked what my favorite musical is.
What is your favorite musical?
It's Les Mis. It will always be Les Mis. There's no changing it. Les Mis is the first musical I ever listened to. It will never not be Les Mis. There are certainly other musicals that I listen to more, if that makes sense. But I kind of go through these like spurts of listening. So I mean, like I listen to Les Mis, and then all of a sudden I listen to Hamilton, and then all of a sudden I listen to Dear Evan Hansen. But I always pretty much come back to Les Mis. Like that's the one I will never get tired of listening to. Wow, Les Mis, good time. What about you?
Dear Evan Hansen.
Dear Evan Hansen?
Like, I still really, really enjoy Hamilton. Characters are great. It's a great story. I really enjoy the music, but I think what strikes me most with Dear Evan Hansen is the storyline and how much it relates to so many people, especially in today's world.
But at the same time, it's vague enough that, like, how many times have you lied to your dead classmates' parents about?
Right, and I think it's more of the topic. I think that's relatable.
Yeah.
And the the whole breakout with "You Will Be Found" as a song as well. I really enjoy it for that reason. It's probably drugged the most emotion out of me out of anything that I've watched, musical wise. Like Les Mis is good, but I don't like it as much as Hamilton, and I think that's just because I like the music more in Hamilton, because I'm not like when it comes to musicals, I don't listen to a lot. There are a very select few, and I'm really more into some of the more modern musicals.
Yeah, that's fair.
And so I think that's why I get into the music styles of Hamilton and Dear Evan Hansen more than Les Mis, and I think that's the main divide I have there with that. So yeah, I'd say Dear Evan Hansen's probably still my favorite because it's got the good balance of comedy, and the heartfelt story, and the very believable characters, and just the work that Ben Platt does for Dear Evan Hansen is just unbelievable. So if anything, I probably appreciate that the most because he's put so much of him into it and struggles because of that. And so, yeah, I'd go with that.
That's fair. See, I just kind of grew up on Les Mis, so I can't.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no, where do I put my name? One, that's crooked. There we go.
That's lovely.
I'm not going to use that font, but
yeah, it's something very.
I hope everyone appreciates this because wow,
it's beautiful.
I have digressed. What type of font do I want to use? No. Let's see. Jazz text? No.
Hi, kitty. Come here.
I hear your kitty.
She is on my lap because she is begging for love. Oh, no, she's leaving. Bye.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. That's how cats work. I want you. No, I don't want you.
I don't know. What's like a pastel-y font?
Yeah, kind of like what you're doing is well, I was seeing what was on the live stream, something in cursive, very scripty, I feel like.
Will I actually use this? I don't know. Also, lately, I think he's been doing this thing where if you make the box big, it just like cuts off the. Like, why? What is this? I don't know.
Hi, kitty, come here.
Kind of frustrating.
My cat is back.
Yay, cat!
Riza loves me again. Well, I guess we could talk about a random question that somebody might ask or they might not ask because maybe they just don't care. But do you have any pets, and what kind of pets do you have?
I do. I have 2 pets, 2 dogs. One's named Nala and one's named Sadie. Nala is what is she? She's a Cockapoo Shih Tzu mix is what she is. And Sadie is a Beagle Toy Poodle mix. Nala is 9 and Sadie's 9. So yeah, that's them. One's quite a loud one. The other one is not so much. Wait, quick opinion question before I turn that question back on you. I don't really, I don't know where to put it.
Let me think for a second.
Because I can't move Aang because he's kind of stuck.
Put it at an angle. Tilt it so that, yep.
How much of an angle?
Like that, like what you have. If you make it white, is it too hard to see?
Make it white?
Yeah. Because you could always put a shadow or something soft behind that too.
That's true.
Like a pink shadow almost, so it's not even hard. I think that just lends more to the pastel too.
Wow. Will I actually use this? I don't know. All right. Thank you. Anyway, on to you.
On to me.
Do you have any pets?
Do we count the pets that are at my parents' house or just the ones that are currently living with me?
That's up to you, I'd say. Whichever you think are counting enough.
Well, if you count just the pets that live with me, I have 2 cats that are mine and only mine. They are brother and sister, but they look nothing alike. I've raised them since they were little barn kitties. So I have Gremlin, who is the brute. He is a 20-pound black and white tuxedo cat. He can often be very sweet. He has many nicknames, but he is very much known for being a gremlin because he has his days where he's just not about to get along with anybody. And usually he's better behaved when I'm around. It's just whenever I'm gone for periods of time that he gives other people lots of problems.
I have never seen him really be mean at all.
He can be pretty awful. Yeah, so we've had a few episodes the last couple of days with him not getting along with the other cats that are here with, his sister or my roommate's cat. And we usually what we do is we just separate him. We put him in my room and he gets a timeout. And when he starts crying for me, then usually I know he's back to normal. So, and then the other kid I have is Riza. She's named after Riza Hawkeye from Full Metal Alchemist. Even though she shares really no characteristics with her, I just like the name for her. She looks like a little Siamese cat, but she has white markings on her face.
She's so pretty.
She's a sweet girl. She's opposite Gremlin in that, like, Gremlin will let me hold him and cuddle him and doesn't do a lot about it, but you can tell he's not happy. Whereas Riza will not let me hold her at all. It has to be all on her terms, how much she gets to cuddle with me. And so usually it's her jumping across my lap or walking across my lap as I pet her because she can't sit still for some reason. So yeah, those are the two pets that live with me. But other than that, at my parents' house, all the animals also that are there also belong to me. So I have
all of them.
They are basically all mine because I picked out our dog.
Did you?
Yeah, I did actually.
Oh,
So because Dominic, my brother, was at Boy Scout camp with my father, so they weren't there when we surprised them with a dog. So I picked her out. She's an Australian Shepherd. She's a fairly small Aussie, blue merle color, super hyper, very sweet but crazy. And then there's another two cats that live there. One was mine since I was a little girl, but she's an odd cat. Her name's Cookie. She's not a cuddler by any means. She's kind of gross, and I think my family's waiting for her to kick the bucket so they can let the other cat inside.
So sad.
And then we have Esther, who's our barn cat. She only lives outside. So Cookie only lives inside, and Esther only lives outside. And she's a very sweet girl, very good mouser. And then I have 3 horses, which I need to figure out what I'm going to do with them in the next year when I move, because I don't think I'm taking them all with me. So that's going to be sad. Because I can't afford to board 3 horses.
Yeah, you can. Wait, I can't. Are they only yours?
Yeah, those 3 are all under my name.
Wow, how did...
Yeah, which was probably, I don't know. Like, at this point, as much as I don't want to get rid of them, Peanut, the mare, she's 19. She's going to be 19 next year. We don't see her living past another 5 years just because she has so many health problems. And it's not like we've been able to ride her before, so it would be good to find her a good pasture retirement home that she can kind of live out the rest of her days in peace, because that's basically what she does here, only we have to take care of her. So that would probably be best case scenario for her, is find a place that can brush her regularly and take care of her, and deal with grinding her teeth down all the time because her teeth grow in weird and then she can't eat. And then Matt, who is our oldest, we think he's like 28 or 29. We adopted him about, how long ago? Maybe 7 years ago. He's a really sweet old boy, but I feel bad because I'm never home to take care of him or brush him. So I'm not technically allowed to sell him by contract because I did adopt him, but I could lease him out to somebody else. So if some little girl in the area, needs a horse to ride, he can stay with her. And they just pay for him, but I maintain ownership kind of thing. So like I wouldn't make any money for leasing him, but they would feed him and house him kind of thing.
So you wouldn't make any
Um,
money, but you wouldn't lose any either.
right. So I think that would be probably what I would look to do is to kind of rehome him, find him somewhere where somebody's going to take really good care of him. I mean, it sucks to have to do because he's the only horse I could ride, but I never rode this entire summer, and it's just not something I can afford right now, trying to graduate from college.
That's fair.
And then Libby, who's my little baby, I said I want to keep forever, but I don't know what the possibility of that's going to be. And so I never home to take care of her. She's still not broken in, and she's 7 years old.
She's 7?
Yes, yes,
No.
yes.
Oh my gosh, I'm old.
Yeah, she's 7. Because she was born my freshman year. Maybe she's not quite 7 yet.
I think she was born sophomore year because I definitely was around when she was born.
Yeah, so she's only 6 right now. My mistake. But that's still old for not being broken in and stuff. So I don't know what I'm going to do with her because whoever gets her would have to train her. I would like to keep her. My dream would be is that my mom will still want to keep her because we've gotten rid of the other two and that she can maintain a single horse kind of thing. Because that was kind of my vision, is that because my mom still loves horses and she's the one who got me into them. So I'm hoping that she'll offer to take care of them, but I don't know what the probability of that's going to be. Especially since I don't want to, my parents want to move in the next few years, so I don't want to hold them back from that.
You're not allowed to move. You gotta take me with you.
Okay.
Long and short of it.
Okay. Okay. I'm not ever leaving, I guess. I'm stuck in Michigan the rest of my life.
Yep.
So yeah. So if anyone out there needs a horse or 2
or 3
or 3, I'm looking to lease one, sell one, and then possibly lease a third, but I'm not sure yet. Animals. That's the good bad thing about horses, that they can live 30 to 40 years, but then you have to take care of them for 30 to 40 years. And so I'm kind of torn up with that. I'm hoping Mom will still want to have a place where she can board them and take care of Libby and get to ride her and stuff like that. But at the same time, I don't want to put that pressure on my mom if she doesn't want to have to worry about getting home to take care of animals kind of thing.
Right.
Because she's been doing that for me the last 4 years while I've been at school. So I'm thinking she's ready to move on from that. And so it'll be a very sad day when I probably have to say goodbye to all of them, but it's probably for the best, unfortunately.
Oh.
Yeah, so now I've turned everything sad by asking a pet question.
I'm trying to figure out what I should do now because I finished my icon.
Mm-hmm.
And now I don't know.
Well, you could always edit if you wanted to edit still.
I could, but I feel like it's hard to edit and hold a conversation.
Probably. What else? What else? I don't know what else.
See.
I'm sleepy again.
Stop being sleepy.
I'm sorry. Getting hungry again too, but I just ate a little bit ago. What all my deal is. I like food. Kaylee went home to eat with her family, and now I'm all alone.
Sad. You could come here. I mean, it's only a 4-hour drive.
It's only a 4-hour drive. That's fine. I'm thinking maybe not. Sorry. So yeah. Are there any questions that you had through Tumblr or?
I've gone through pretty much all of mine. I've answered them at some point or another.
Okay.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. I think the storm's done already. I think it rained for all of a minute. And it's done.
Really? It's starting to come now. It's starting to get kind of dark over here.
Yeah. Starting to form now. Yeah, it's not been bad here. It looked a lot worse than it was. Oh, I think there might be. No, I was just mistaken. I thought maybe there was a limb down, but it's just some lower limbs in our yard anyway. What else can we talk about?
I don't know. I need something to do while we're talking, though.
You should draw me a picture.
I can't draw. Oh, this would have been a good one to put as my icon.
Oh my gosh. I don't even remember context at all.
He's eating like sea prunes or something.
Oh. Hang on a second. I'm going to plug my computer in because it's dying.
Okay. I can make another icon so I can kind of flip between them.
Yeah, you could.
Because I don't know if I'm actually going to use that pastel one or not.
Who knows?
Made it. If anybody wants that pastel one, I mean, granted, it says the Fire Belly on it, but I could always make you another one that does not say the Fire Belly on it.
I mean, you could take icon requests if there's anybody still in the chat, but I don't think that there are right now.
Yeah.
I'm debating putting another tattoo on myself, but
Yeah, I was thinking about that too the other day, but I can never think of something to do. For those listening, we have this. It's called Inkbox. You might have seen stuff about it on the interwebs. I'll Google it really quick. It's we have this kind, the free bottle or the freestyle ink, and it stays for like 1 to 2 weeks. I found that for me, it really only stays about a week. I don't know why.
Mm-hmm.
It just doesn't stay on you.
Yeah, I get about a week and a half depending on where I place it. I have found if I exfoliate before I use it, it does seem to last a little bit longer. And then you have to make sure you put lotion on it every night to kind of keep the skin moisturized and prevent flaking. That seems to help. But I mean, it's kind of nice that they don't last all of that long. So in case you do mess up, you're like, oh, well, at least this will be gone in a week, so I don't have to cover it for that long. I just don't know what I'll do because it was easiest for me last time when I put it on my wrist. It didn't last as long, and it looked more like Sharpie marker because it wasn't clear, but it was easiest for me to apply. Yeah. But I'm thinking I would have to do, like, my forearm might be best, but then again, that's going to rub off really quickly.
See, I liked it on, for those who don't know, well, which would be everybody except for you, we did Sincerely Me. It was me, Mackenzie, and her roommate, and we all got Sincerely Me on our back right shoulder for this Inkbox thing. Mm-hmm. And that was a lot of fun. It was cute having a little matching thing, and I really liked that a lot.
Yeah, like, if I was ever to get a real tattoo, I would probably do something like that. Especially with the idea that we had to do it in each other's handwriting would have been really cute.
Yeah.
Though I was kind of told by my boyfriend's mother that she would rather see me dye my hair rainbow than to have me get a tattoo.
I think that's just an excuse for you to dye your hair rainbow.
I'm not thinking I should do that either, but I'm just like, oh, well, good to know. Thanks. Good to know where you stand on this whole tattoo thing.
I think you should just dye it rainbow.
Yeah. I don't know. What would I do? We could do live tattooing of each other.
Live tattooing of Mackenzie and Taylor.
Woo! I mean, I should be working on my concept sketches right now, but...
Well, that's not fun.
I mean, I haven't been this whole time we've been talking, so...
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, it's good. I don't need to do anything.
How much do you really need to do that?
Really badly.
It's fine.
So maybe I should do a little bit of that, and then I can tattoo myself.
Well, I have run out of things to do, unless there is somebody, which there doesn't seem to be, in the chat who would like an icon request. Or any questions. I'll do whatever.
I don't know.
See, how long has it been? It's been almost 2 hours.
Has it really?
Yeah. We started a little bit late. It's been about an hour and a half, I guess.
Okay.
We started a little late because we had microphone problems.
Ooh.
For some reason, my computer just decided it didn't want to do anything helpful.
Yep.
Oh.
So yeah, I don't know. Is there anything else you want to talk about or do, or I mean, if we have more to talk about, we can always switch to my screen. But if not,
I mean, we could switch to your screen. How does one do that? Do we have to
um,
switch?
I think you have to stop sharing and I have to start sharing.
Okay, well.
I can see if I can do that. If not, then we'll just move on from that.
All right. Well, I've stopped sharing.
Okay. I'll open it only with Photoshop here, so I'll show you guys what I'm working on.
Okay.
So
I'm watching the stream, so let me
okay.
know
Make sure I got this selected
if
here.
I can see it on my screen, but I'll wait and see if it shows up on the chat.
Okay.
Oh, yep. There it is.
Okay, so this is what I'm working on. I'm a graphic design major, so by no means am I an artist that deals with illustrations, but somehow I've decided for my thesis project this next year that I'm going to do an animation project. So I'm trying to figure out how the heck I'm going to design characters. And so I have random characters kind of sketched out. Mostly this dragon's the only thing I have because I need to find actors and actresses to base my drawings off of for the rest of the characters.
I like the dragon.
Oh, thank you. I'm trying to model him after this dog that I'm going to use because the dragon's going to represent this dog in this film.
Whose dog is that?
That is Kaylee's cousin's dog, Roger.
Okay.
So we dog sat for him in the spring, I think it was. And so I think I should be able to use him for the film. At least I'm hoping to. And so that's what inspired the kind of the fluff that I've added to the dragon, or at least I've tried to. And so right now I'm probably going to try to ink lines. We'll see if I can get it to work right. Because I got a stabilizer for the brush, and basically what that does is it prevents quivering. Just making sure, are you still there?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure I haven't lost you again. And so it stabilizes when I draw, so it makes my lines smoother as I draw. So it doesn't look like it's all kind of scribbly. Because I draw kind of with a shaky hand, and so it helps balance out what I do a little bit better. I'm trying to find, because this looks almost like a watercolor brush, but I think it might just be how I'm using it.
See, but I couldn't even do that. I mean, you're sitting here, well, I'm not an artist at all. I can do stick figures. That's about it.
So yeah. You could still help me with stick figures. You could help me animatic stuff out. But so yeah. So this is my dragon. His name is Dragon. Because the dog's name is probably going to be Dragon. Because I thought that was adorable. Maybe that's just me. But let me call this line art. So yeah, I'm going to attempt to draw with a tablet now, and that's something that's also very new to me is a tablet. I usually just use paper and pencil, and then I found a Adobe program that actually lets you take a picture of what you've drawn on paper and convert it to a shape and import it to Photoshop. And so that's how I've been doing most of my drawings or artwork.
Really?
Yep. And so all you have to do is you have to ink, basically just do your pencil drawing and then ink it. It's actually pretty handy, and that's how I did my animation project last year. I cannot draw. Let me switch. Let me. I'm gonna switch brushes. I don't know what I'm doing. That is not what I want either. Sorry guys. I got a bunch of brushes from a deviant artist named Sao Shin. Eric Proctor. I don't know if nobody probably knows who he is. But he does a lot of cute work with. He's the one who did the Grumpy Cat series.
Oh yeah.
With Disney characters. And so I started following him, and he's been doing a art series with Pokemon, which I very much enjoy. But okay, let me try to figure out what the heck to do with all this. I push my laptop back and see if I can get better balance here. So yeah, it doesn't help right now that my hands are like sticky because it's really hot in the house. And so my hands are sticking to the tablet surface and not allowing me to draw straight lines. So you guys can see right now, I am very good at this, at tracing my own work. I mean, it's probably going to take me an hour to do, so it's just for this horn too, by the way.
You got it. I believe in you.
Thanks. Thanks, friend. Maybe if I back it up and it's shorter distance for me to draw. No. I am. So as you can see, there's obviously still a learning curve here. Let me just try to do some of. I feel like the line should be smaller. Smaller brush. So yeah. So is there anything else you want to talk about, Lord? Anything interesting going on in the world?
Not.
Any new topics, fun things going on in your life?
I mean, not really. It's just been school, editing a little bit, school.
That's fun.
Yeah, I have a quiz tomorrow and I haven't even started the reading.
Oh, that's fine, I'm sure.
It'll be fun.
I'm sure it's fine. You're smart. You'll just know it.
I'll just know. It'll just instinctively pop in my head.
Yep. You'll be just fine. I believe in you.
No thanks. So how long did it take to do just the red part?
To be honest, I'm really slow. So I did the drawing of him sitting and the drawing of him looking down while I was at Rachel's house. And so that took me 2 hours for those two. So it just explains how slow I am using this. And I'm slow in general too, so that's also not helpful. And the other couple of drawings actually didn't take me as long. So like the look from above and the other two expressions didn't take me long because I copied over the head and I just changed his expression and adjusted his jaw a little bit. So I probably have 4 hours into this, which I really shouldn't, because this should be something that's stupid easy for anybody who animates regularly, but because I never have really animated before, it's problematic for me. So I'm hoping to be able to do all the keyframes or even like an animatic by myself, and then possibly hire out the rest of the work for this, but we'll see. So if anybody out there knows how to animate, I need one really badly right now because I'm feeling that this is not going to work for me. One thing I am going to try is my brother apparently has an iPad that I never knew existed. So I'm going to borrow his iPad and download some software to it that allow me to use it like a tablet with my Mac. And hopefully that'll allow me to do better work because I'll be able to physically see what I'm drawing. Because right now as I'm drawing, I'm looking down or I'm looking up at my screen, whereas my hand's on the tablet below me. So I can only really see it out of my peripherals and it makes it really hard to draw.
That's strange.
Yeah. So yeah, it's definitely a new experience for me. I watch a lot of people as they draw, and I find it fascinating, but I don't know how fascinating I am right now. So.
I think you're fascinating.
Well, thank you. Well, thanks.
So what other Q&A things could I ask? Let's see. What other shows do you watch?
Do you want to start with that?
Okay, maybe not. Let's see. I don't watch a lot of. Oh, Mackenzie's gone. So sad. Well, let's see. I can talk about what TV shows I listen to while I wait. And she's back.
I'm back somehow. That's weird how it only drops for me.
It doesn't like you.
Says screen sharing failed to start. No session to start screencast with. Let me retry. No? Yes, no. We are in a session.
This is true.
Why does this hate me? I might be done sharing. We'll see.
All right. Well, that's fine.
That was,
I guess I can just continue on with what.
yep. So you guys have seen what I've been working on then. So, but I'm afraid that's all you apparently get to see because Google's being a butthead.
It's just a sneak peek. You gotta leave them wanting more.
Right. So hopefully I might stream this at some point too, but I'm not sure quite yet. Maybe when I get more into animation, I could stream and so others might be able to watch and maybe give me immediate feedback, but we'll see. Because I'm probably going to animate using Photoshop as well.
Really?
Yep.
Is that a thing?
You can, there is an option, at least in CC. I know there's been older CS versions you can do this as well, but there's a workspace that you can arrange for motion, and then it'll open up a timeline at the bottom that you can use to create frames out of layers.
Huh.
Yep.
The more you know.
Yep. So yeah.
Well, if we both are out of things to do, maybe we should end this. It's been about 2 hours now,
Yeah.
a little less.
So that'd probably be good, yeah. We could end this. And
Yeah, well,
yeah.
Thank you for everybody who tuned in. If you, I guess I could open up icon requests, but I'm going to keep it low key. So if anybody watches this and they're like, yeah, wow, I really want a pastel Aang marble trick face, I got you. Yeah, just let me know if you want something. I wouldn't be opposed to doing it. No guarantee I'm going to be done though, because school exists and school takes forever.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
Yeah. So thanks for hanging out with me. It's been a great time.
Yeah, it's been a good time. Very enjoyable. Have to do this again sometime soon.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yep. Alrighty. Guess we'll catch you guys later.
All right. Bye.